friends, welcome to another makeover. This time I am making over this table. It is not actually ours, it is our neighbors, and they asked me to give it a little makeover, a little update for them. And so rather than just showing you how to strip and paint something, which I feel like if you're watching my videos you probably already know how to do that, so rather than just showing you that, I am going to show you this new product that I wanted to test. It is called Aqua and it's marketed as a pore filler or grain filler, and it's not the same as wood filler. I mean, it is because it fills the wood, but this one is clear and it's water based. So I really wanted it to work. I really wanted to try it to see if I could still have a stain top after I have filled some grain, or to see if I could still have a raw wood top even filling some of the grain. And so I want to put it to a test, and I want to show you guys how it works out in case you want to try it at home or you have a product where you would need something like this. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, as I said before, I've already stripped most of the finish. It's still a little bit orange, but you can see the grain, how deep it is, and how deep that white paint sank into it. So that's where we're going to start. Like I said before, you already have seen me strip pieces of furniture before, and I'm going to do some more sanding before I can get to the aqua coat, but that's what we're here to see. Okay, so the product is eco-friendly, water-based, and it goes on clear. It is fast drying. It sounded magical, and I had searched online and I watched a couple YouTube videos to see if it would work for me, and I have seen it used on oak cabinets specifically because they have such a deep grain, like I mentioned before. Kitty. So what it says on the container is that it fills wood pores to create a glass smooth finish. It can be tinted with water-soluble colorants and dyes, low odor, non-flammable, and non-combustible. So again, very eco-friendly, other than the fact that it comes in a plastic container, but pick your battles. It sounds really promising. It is a water-based gel, and I'll show you how it works. It's really easy to apply. It applies kind of like, let me just show you. Looks like Crisco or Vaseline, except it's not greasy because it's water-based. Per the instructions, you apply it against the grain with something thin and spread really thin layers. I have this metal spatula that is super thin, but you can also do it with a credit card. And once it's drying, it looks like this. As you can see, you can still see how deep the grain is in this wood and why I felt the need to fill it. But yeah, it starts drying and it dries kind of patchy because obviously it sinks in some spots and it's like excess on some stuff in some spots if you didn't scrape it well enough. But we're going to sand all of this. I'm going to sand it with 220 because I want a smooth finish, and then we are going to reapply per the instructions. So this is after sanding, and I totally placed this tabletop at this angle so that you can see some of the sheen on what is left. I didn't sand it all completely, like 100%, because I knew I was gonna reapply, and also I am working with veneer again, so I don't want to sand it off so much that I damage the veneer. So I sanded enough to get it smooth again and reapply, and here's me reapplying. You can see that this time it kind of took a little bit of a color. That's because once it started mixing, maybe I didn't clean the sawdust well enough, or maybe once I start scraping some of the wood, it kind of catches some of that color from it, so that's why it looks different, but it's the exact same thing. Okay, so I ended up doing 3 coats of this. Honestly, after looking at the finish. I probably could have done a 4th coat and gotten an even better result, but I was kind of done after 3 coats. I think it looks fairly amazing. And so when you compare the grain before the aqua coat compared to after, you can see the difference. In general, or like the table by itself looks just beautiful. Like you can't even tell that I used this product. I applied Gator Hide, which is a water-based, water repellent tougher coat on it. It's by Dixie Belle, just because it is a table and I know that it will get a lot of use. And so I applied it, and to me it looks beautiful. It looks like really natural. It doesn't have an excessive sheen, so it will wear really nicely, I think, especially because my neighbors have 2 little ones, and I know that, you know, they'll color, they'll paint, they'll do whatever on the dining room table. So when it starts wearing, I think it will be better than a painted top because it will be less noticeable. Okay, after doing the 3 coats and sanding thoroughly, I am now cleaning it with mineral spirits to remove all of that dust before I can move forward and seal this piece. Again, I'm going to seal it with Gator Hide, which is a water-based product, and I'm going to spray it, and I'm going to spray the chairs as well, just because there is really not much art to this. You know, it's just spraying. So I'm going to spray both of them, and I'll show you the results. Overall, I totally recommend the product. I can't say that I'm gonna use it every time because it is a lot of steps, like multiple coats, multiple sanding in between, and I don't necessarily mind the grain on every project. However, it has a time and a place and a very specific use, and when you do need that product, hopefully you can give it a chance and you can see how mine worked out. The difference with a wood filler is that we're not gonna fill in large gaps or chunks of pieces that are missing, but this is just going to fill in the grain for woods such as oak. The grain is really deep and very pronounced, and so I'm going to show you guys how it works out in case you want to try it at home. Editing Blanca here. I totally forgot to film an outro, but I am here to remind you that you need to subscribe and follow us on all the social media, and I share everything that I do every day pretty much. I'm pretty active in there. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you liked it, and if you did, don't forget to give it that thumbs up and subscribe and comment or whatever engagement you can spare a minute for. That is super helpful for me. So I will see you in the next video. Okay, love you, goodbye.
Was that you living in someone else's dreams?